What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by BOSG, and this is another Sixers pregame video. If you guys are new to this channel and love talking Philly sports nearly every single day, go down below and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys are instantly notified whenever I upload a new video. Now tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, the Philadelphia 76ers take on the Atlanta Hawks in with a very fired Hawks team versus a banged up Sixers team without their star, Joel Embiid. Now, before we get into everything else, Doc Rivers said today that he thinks that Joel Embiid will be on the court for Game 1 tomorrow against Atlanta, but Joel Embiid did some practice, but there was no live action according to Sixers Twitter. So it's looking like Joel Embiid's going to play, but there is no official ruling yet. So hopefully the big man right here, that's right, this is Joel Embiid's jersey, even though you don't see the proof on the back, it is the Joel Embiid jersey. So I'm hoping this guy plays tomorrow because we need to start off fast and early because this Hawks team has been really, really good in the playoffs against pretty much any opponent. You saw them take out the Knicks in a 5-game series, and they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good out there against Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and a bunch of these other guys. You saw them look pretty good. But this is a new team. Sixers once again with home court advantage. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. So we just heard about the Joel Embiid news. Now, there are some of these things that are going to need to be taken care of that the Sixers need to work on a little bit in round 2 against this very fired up Hawks team. And this team, it does not screw around one bit, this Hawks team. And the Sixers just have got to capitalize in every single category that they have struggled with in the past and need to improve. So, we're going to get into it. But the first thing that I'm going to get into is my 3 keys for us to win this game. Alright guys, so my 3 keys for us to win this game. My number 1 key for us to win this game is to take care of all the 1v1 matchups that you will see on the floor. Yes, as you guys know, the Sixers are leaving guys wide open because they're double teaming people that they do not need to double team. They're double teaming Russell Westbrook and leaving Bradley Beal open. They're double teaming Bradley Beal and leaving Roy Hachimura open from last round. Those are just some examples, but you cannot leave Trae Young open because Trae Young has been balling out and you need to put a body on him. So if Joel Embiid plays tomorrow, you're going to possibly see a lot of Ben Simmons on Trae Young. But if Joel Embiid does not play, you're going to see a lot of Matisse Thybulle on Trae Young. So either way, it should be a good matchup between those two. And if Joel Embiid does play, expect him to play on Clint Capella. But if Joel Embiid does not play, expect Ben Simmons to be on Clint Capella. Now for the other 3 starters for Atlanta against the Sixers starters, it would be somewhere around Bogdan Bogdanović being guarded by Tobias, and Seth and Danny will contribute with whoever is left on the starting 5 and some of the bench. And please, Doc, do not play Shake Milton in this entire series. If I see Shake Milton, I'm done. If I see Mike Scott, I'm done. If I see any Shake Milton or Mike Scott, I will literally lose my mind. So, we have to also be better with the rotations, which is not one of my keys to the game, but is just a tip that the Sixers need to do just to have a chance to win this series. My number 2 key for us to win this game is to play better on defense. Yes, in Game 4 of last round, we let guys like Bradley Beal, Roy Hachimura, Russell Westbrook, Raul Neto hit a few shots. We let him get so open because we're double teaming a man. We're double teaming these people, like I said earlier. We're double teaming these guys, and we're leaving a good shooter open like Bradley Beal or Russell Westbrook. That must not happen with Trae Young, Bogdan Bogdanović, Clint Capella, and this whole Hawks team. That cannot happen one bit because Trae Young has been balling out in the first round, and he's probably going to do the same thing to the second round if we do not accomplish that. So we have got to lock up Trae Young and this whole team. My number 3 key for us to winning this game is to score quickly and make our shots. Yes, the Sixers have missed key shots. They missed open shots every time. They have done this, done that. They're just missing open shots. We have got to knock down our shots when we're open or when we're contested. When we're in those two categories, we have got to knock down. We need to knock down at all times, no matter what the cost is. We need to knock down our shots. If we miss shots, we could let the Hawks get big-time defensive moments. We could let Trae Young go off for like a 50 bomb. We could let Clint Capella do some damage to these guys. We need to start quickly and finish the right way by making our shots, because that is something that the Sixers have not done in the past and really need to step up on. So, those are my 3 keys for us to win this game. Let's get into my 2 standout Sixers. Alright guys, so my 2 standout Sixers for this game. My number 1 standout Sixer, I'm going with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has been really good in that first round series and has really been able to play good defensively and offensively. And I think Ben Simmons can keep up the pressure on Trae Young, if he's on Trae Young, if not on Clint Capella, depending on Joel Embiid's status. So, I'm really hoping Joel Embiid will play tomorrow afternoon. But Ben Simmons, I really think he can do the same damage that he did to Russ/Bradley Beal to Trae Young /Clint Capella. My number 2 standout Sixer, I'm going to shock some people. I'm going to go with Seth Curry in this series. Seth Curry has been a guy who has knocked down threes. He's been the king of threes, not named Joel Embiid. He's been a guy who could knock down when he's open and when he's balling. We all remember when Seth had the 30-point game. That is what we need to see, and that's why I think Seth Curry can be my number 2 standout Sixer in this game. So, without further ado, let's get into my breakout Sixer. Alright guys, so my breakout Sixer for this game. Once again, this is coming from the bench, and depending on Joel Embiid's status, whether if we move Ben Simmons to the 5 or keep him at point guard, I'm going to go with Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle has been a literal stud and a literal GOAT on defense. He has been the best defensive player, not named Ben Simmons, that I have seen in many years. This man, Matisse Vincent Thybulle, is literally a grown man. He knows what to do when it comes to steals, blocks, and scoring. He can even put up double digits a game, at least around 10 to 13 points at least. But his defense is what makes him make the 10-man playoff rotation for the Philadelphia 76ers. And this is what we're going to need against Trae Young and this whole Hawks team. So without further ado, let's get into my score prediction and my series prediction. Alright guys, so my score prediction / series prediction for this game / series. It's kind of a tongue twister a little bit, but anyway, let's get into it. So, my prediction for this game, it really depends on Joel Embiid's status. Depending on the report we get tomorrow, which I will have a video out on what Joel Embiid's status will be, hoping and praying that he plays. So, hoping that he does play tomorrow afternoon. So, if Joel Embiid does play, this could be a comfortable win for the Sixers. If not, Ben Simmons has got to lock up at the 5. He needs to lock up at the 5, and Matisse Thybulle has got to lock up at point guard. So, score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with the Sixers here. I'm going to do one if Joel Embiid plays and one if Joel Embiid does not play. So, my score prediction for if Joel Embiid plays is going to be 132 to 120. Sixers take the first game. That is if Joel Embiid plays. But if Joel Embiid does not play, I'm going to say the Sixers still, but under double digits because the Sixers seem to have problems when Clint Capella and Trae Young both go off, as well as Bogdan Bogdanovic. So if the Sixers do not have Joel Embiid playing, I'm going to say Sixers, but just 122 to 117 because the Sixers do manage to blow leads, but they haven't been doing it in the past. But I just think it'll be very close depending on who goes off for the Sixers and who will go off for the Hawks. So that is my score prediction. My series prediction is going to be, once again, depending on Joel Embiid's status. If Joel Embiid does play Game 1, this will be a 5-game series. And if Joel Embiid does not play, this will be a 6-game series. The only way the Hawks can possibly steal this series from us, they have to win one of our home games at the Wells Fargo Center. And that is where the Philadelphia 76ers are very good at. And I just want to laugh at all those people that said, oh, Sixers in 7 games. Oh, Wizards in 7 games. Yeah, keep sleeping on us. Because we're going for the chip this year. We're going for the chip this year. And do not ever... Actually, keep saying, oh, Sixers in 7 games. Oh, Hawks in 7 games. Keep saying it. Keep saying it while you're sleeping. Keep saying it during your lunch break. Keep saying it during your dinner time. I don't know how many times you'll say it, but I know you guys are going to say it a lot. All those sleepers out there. And we're just a good team. I know the Sixers have choked in the past, but this is a new era. We got the best Ben Simmons we have possibly seen all year. The best Joel Embiid that we have seen all year. That Seth Curry, Danny Green, the best Tobias Harris we've seen all year. And probably one of, if not the best bench all year long. So, keep sleeping on us, guys. That's all I'm going to say about it. Anyway, I got Sixers. If Joel Embiid plays in 5, if Joel Embiid does not play in 6. You guys give me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. How do you feel about this series? Are you nervous for Trae Young going off with Clint Capella and this whole team? Do you think Joel Embiid will play tomorrow? I will have a video out tomorrow on Joel Embiid's status. Just praying to God that Joel Hans Embiid will play tomorrow afternoon against the Atlanta Hawks. And we just got to get this done. Go to the Eastern Conference Finals. And also, guys, put in the comments section who you rather would play in the Eastern Conference Finals and who are you scared of more. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. Want you to see what you guys think, and let's go Sixers, baby. Let's get it done, and let's go to the 3rd round. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Peace out.